Alright, so in this lesson I wanted to cover just a basic, bluegrass progression. I'm sure you guys are familiar with it. But what I'll do is I'll go ahead and play the progression normal speed, and then we'll go ahead and break down the chords and all the kind of little licks and everything in between. So here's what it sounds like. I'm going to set a metronome to 1/16. So here it goes. So that's that. Let me pause this metronome. So yeah, that is in the bluegrass friendly key of G major. I'll have the chords kind of in a diagram, kind of so you can see them. But then once you kind of learn the chords, there's a lot of cool things you can add, cool embellishments. You can add here and there to kind of make the progression sound, a bit more kind of alive. So you'll notice that one thing I'm doing on the G chord is I'm hitting the 7th, so I'm playing. So what I'm doing is I'm playing the open G, and then I'm putting my first finger on the 2nd fret of the D, and I'm playing. So I'm using my ring finger there to hit the 3rd fret on the D, so that's 2. So you get that nice dominant 7th sound over that G major when you lead into the C. So when I go into the C, what I play is, and I'll walk into the C. So I'll play open A, 2, so that little hammer-on is on the D, so that's open D, 2nd fret, and then open G, and back down to the G. So all that together. Then what I'll play from there is I'll walk to the D chord. So that little bit right there is a walk up to this D, or this open D. So I'm just playing the 2nd fret on the A. I can use my first finger there naturally, and then I'll have to take my 2nd finger off the root note to play the 3rd fret on the A. Then I'll have to kind of lift my remaining fingers off to hit this 4th fret. But luckily I can get these open strings in here. These open strings still fall under the G major chord, so and then you'll notice that on this D I'm playing the root and the 5th. And then back to the G. That's open E, 2, 3. So again, walking into that D and back to the G, that sounds like. 7th again, back to the C. And that part, so that's kind of a little interlude. So we'll walk into a C chord from the G. So that part's just chromatic walk up to this C on the 3rd fret of the A string. So open A, and I'll hit those open strings kind of to add some substance. So that's kind of a cool thing. then what I'm doing there for that C chord is I am alternating from the root in the fifth again, back to the G, and I'll alternate from the root in the fifth on the G chord. So that's the G and the open D, back to the D, so that thing I'm playing right there is, so that's just open G, and I'll do a pull off on the D string, so that's 2nd fret, open string, so, and I'll hit the open G, and then I'll hit the root of the D, and then going back to the G major, 2 open fret on the A string, yeah, that's 2 and then open string to the G, so that part again. And that's really it. So really take those kind of little embellishments that I just showed you guys, and you have the chords, and you've I'm sure been playing these major chords ever since you picked up the guitar, and there's tons of cool little embellishments and little flavors you can add within what is relatively a pretty simple chord progression. So definitely have fun kind of experimenting with that one, and I hope that was helpful. Thanks for watching.